I am the Mark, and today I'm going to showcase all members of the Bat family which has McFarlane figures, except for one. I cannot comprehend why I sold Ghostmaker last year, but probably it's because I never thought that he is a member of the family. I did a homer then, though. But if you're going to look for Ghostmaker now, it's really hard to find. And if you indeed find one, it's really going to be expensive. Anyway, I will also showcase Ace the Bat Hound, but this is a toy from a fast food chain. But before I showcase everything, there are some which are still inside their box, like Catwoman, Batgirl, and Azrael. We are going to unbox them. Then the two Duke Thomas, and also Arkham Knight. And lastly, Batman and Batwoman from Batman Beyond, and the Robin Carrie Kelly. We'll also have a very quick review for those figures. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Then welcome to the Markverse! Let's start with Selina Kyle. Of course, the love interest of Batman. They started as enemies, they became allies, then one thing led to another. They even had a child named Helena Wayne, who is also known as the Huntress. The costume of Catwoman had evolved through the years from having a cape and skirt to its colors. But the best Catwoman for me is when she's wearing tights, especially that made of latex. This Catwoman is based on the Nightfall story arc, and this figure is really good. Her facial sculpt, she's pretty. She has this blue-colored bendable hair. The full body tights. I like the latex type finishing of her gloves and boots, which are actually smooth and really looks like latex. Now, for the comparison with the Arkham City Catwoman, I guess the best development they had with the Nightfall Catwoman is the symmetry of her body. Because for the Arkham City, either her waist is small or her hip is big. She looks like she's wearing a black diaper. That also affects how her glutes look like. There is no symmetry. But for Nightfall Catwoman, she looks prettier. She has a better body sculpt, her chest, waist, her hips, and of course her glutes. She's better. Then her accessories, she has two alternate open palms, and we can see her nails, and that also acts as her weapon, like that of a cat. She also has this whip, a really long whip. The longer it is, the better for toy photography. The loop, the handle, the tongue, which I think around 18 to 20 inches, and the cracker. Its design is okay. Let's make Selena hold the whip. As you can see here, this is a very nice figure. Here is Barbara Gordon, aka the Batgirl. She is the daughter of Gotham City Police Department Commissioner James Jim Gordon. This Batgirl is from the Gotham Knight video game, and spoiler alert, you know by now, in the game both Batman and Commissioner Gordon are dead. Or are they? I really like her costume compared to my other Batgirl, which later I will show. And actually, among the playable characters of Gotham Knight, her costume is my favorite. Her color is striking, but I hope they made her lats a little bigger because she looks like a walking pole. They should put a little shape here. Another thing I immediately noticed is her belt. The shaping of the buckle had an issue. This is an oval-shaped buckle, but it's obvious it is contorted. Then let's go to her accessory. It's the tonfa. It's a common issue of McFarlane accessories that it warps and it is too obvious here. Let us make her hold her tonfa. So that's it. Why is she a member of the Bat family? First, her name, Batgirl. Second, she also became a partner of Batman and the other Bat family members. Lastly, not from the Gotham Knight story, but from another arc, Nightwing and Batgirl got married. Therefore, Batman became Batgirl's father-in-law while Commissioner Gordon became Nightwing's in-law. Then for comparison, may other Batgirl from the Art of the Crime. Like I said, I like Batgirl Gotham Knights better. And speaking of Gotham Knights, let's also call the other playable characters the Robin Tim Drake, Red Hood Jason Todd, and Nightwing Dick Grayson. Among these four, again, I like the costume design of Batgirl the most. Let's go to Azrael wearing the suit of sorrow. This is Jean Paul Valley. Some think that he's not a member of the Bat family, but actually, there are many who think he is, including me. Regularly, he assists the family. He and Bruce save each other's lives. He knows the secret of Batman, and Bruce also trained Azrael to be Batman and replace Bruce if needed, which happened when Bane broke the back of Bruce. So, he's part of the family. We have the red costume of Azrael, but when I decided to try to purchase the figure, it already became very expensive. But this Azrael still has a great costume. I like it. I like the details of every side of this. It's exquisite. When you first look at him, he obviously looks like a religious crusader. It's clean and I do not have any bad comments about him. He has good body symmetry. He's quite heavy compared to other McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, but he could stand straight without leaning and falling. This is a great figure. I also like his sword. I cannot see any problem with it, and it is straight, not like the other McFarlane accessories, which are warping. If we look closely, we can see Jesus Christ on a cross and bros. It has nice details. Plus, you can even put a translucent flaming effect here. This is actually one of the best figures in my collection now, and I'm glad that I purchased this. Then Duke Thomas. We have two figures of him. First is from the Tales of the Dark Universe, which he became Batman, and second, who is more known as the Signal. Let's start with the Tales of the Dark Universe Batman. Aside from Lobo, this is one of my regular figures, which is quite heavy. His body is bulkier than the other regular figures of McFarlane. Then, Batman usually wears a mask, but in this case, I think this is already considered a helmet. But this is nice. He has an unusual bat symbol. I like the armor. Then another unique part of his costume is the spikes, which are actually bendable. I think this has the longest cape among all my McFarlane DC Multiverse figures in terms of its width, or at least in my collection. But it looks good. Then for his accessories, this is called the Parallax, not related to Hal Jordan Parallax. At first glance, you might only notice this as a guitar, but this is a hybrid of an axe as well. And this was given by Nightwing. Again, you'll see the problem with McFarlane accessories. The materials they use are too soft, causing it to warp. Then a signal. His costume is simple, but it looks great. I like the design. He really looks like the signal from the comics. They captured the costume. You can also see that his bat symbol is shining to the light's reflection. I also love how they put the color on him because it's striking. This is really a nice figure. Then the accessories, he has modified eskrima sticks that look like a hatchet. This could also be turned into a nunchuck like weapon. It then it looks like a bat when you put them side by side. And speaking of side by side, let's move them closer. There's no similarities here. Even their body frame and height, nothing. Now let's put their accessories. For parallax, here it looks like a guitar. Now it looks like an axe. Then for a signal, the Kamas. Why is he part of the Bat family? The biological parents of Duke Thomas saved Bruce Wayne when Bruce was still a child. Then when Duke grew, he became the crime-fighting partner of Batman. He is also considered by the children of Bruce as brother. Another awesome figure, the Arkham Knight. This figure really attracted me for two reasons. First, it's part of the Arkham Knight video game. And second, just look at what it looks like. It looks like a renegade figure, which I like. And if you're going to check the helmet and the armor, including the combination of the different shades of black, this is a fantastic figure based on its design. He also has several pouches and grenades. The details are amazing. However, I heard from many collectors that the joints of their Arkham Knight figures are a little loose. Well, I had the same issue with his ankles. It's really loose. Though the ankle is a little loose, still he can stand straight without any issues. He has a grappling gun. Let's make him hold it. And he has two grenades. Let's use his left hand to hold one of them. It seems at first he's not part of the Bat family, but spoiler alert, in the game Arkham Knight, it was revealed that he is the second Robin, Jason Todd. Everybody thought that he died, but in the end, it was found out that he was abducted by the Joker and was then brainwashed. Next is Caroline Carey Kelly, the Robin from the Dark Knight Returns animated film. Carrie is a 13-year-old Girl Scout that was saved by Batman from muggers. Then she bought a Robin costume, saved Batman, and she became his sidekick. So technically, she became a member of the Bat family, though in her universe, that family is small. This figure is part of the Build the Horse set that Batman used in the said film. Instead of a mask, she's wearing an eyeglass that looks great on her. Her hair is neat. Actually, her hair somehow looks like the hair of Conan O'Brien. See? She's also wearing the original Robin costume, the exact original costume of Dick Grayson, except for her glass, of course. Though her skin is a little pale, I still like her design, plus the height, it's right for her scale. not like the Team Drake figure, which is tall and bulky. This is a clean and very striking figure, and it is a must for you to have her because, like I said, her only major appearance is in the Dark Knight. So this means we might not see a new figure of her anytime soon or even forever. Then for her accessory, she has this slingshot. And this is actually bendable. Let us make her hold the slingshot. As you can see, her right hand was sculpted for her finger to hold the rubber part of the slingshot. As far as I know, it is only in the Dark Knight universe as Robin that she is existing in. Though she appeared in Titans Go, but it's a show that combines different universes or multiverse without really looking at the depth of the story. Then let's go to Terry McGinnis, the Batman from the Batman Beyond series. As you know, the setting of that is in the future, and since Bruce Wayne is already too old to be Batman, Terry took over the mantle. I like this show better than Batman the Animated Series. Maybe one of these days I'm going to rewatch all the episodes. And by the way, he's the biological son of Bruce, but through a genetically done way. This figure is so slick that I consider this one of my best figures. It's simple, but still very impressive to me because of the color and how they captured the likeness of the character. His face sculpt is cool, his costume, the bat symbol, his utility belt, and for his wings, we can actually spread it. Everything is perfect for me. And this is, I think, the figure or one of the figures that really pushed me to religiously collect McFarlane DC Multiverse toys. And another reason is because of the number of accessories. And honestly, I cannot anymore see McFarlane figures that have these numbers of accessories. We have the flight stand and the translucent exhaust effects. We have two. The Batarang and the two alternate hands. Let's put all of this. For the hands, for the exhaust effects, we'll put it to his peg hole, then the flight stand, and then the Batarang. This is one of those figures that I have that I guess will really stand out. We have another McFarlane Terry McGinnis Batman figure from Batman Beyond BAF Joker set, but I never purchased it. I did not like how his face looks, particularly the nose area. I'm going to show it later when we go to Batwoman. But for this figure, I love his face. There's no issue for me. Then also from the same universe, Batwoman, Elena Grayson. The last name sounds familiar because she's the daughter of Nightwing, Dick Grayson. She became Batwoman when Terry McGinnis got injured, and this figure is part of the Batman and Joker Fusion BAF set. She has two alternate hands and two Batarangs. Let's have a closer look. I think this is the best Batarang there is, and I appreciated how they designed this. I like her body figure. Usually for a female McFarlane DC Multiverse figure, the problem is the body symmetry. He has a great costume like Terry as well. And this hair is actually part of the cowl. It's like a wig. This is not part of her hair. And for her wings, you could also spread it. Another plus factor for this figure. I just wish that she too has a flat stand and an exhaust effects like Terry. This should have been one of my premier figure if that was the case. I will show you again the face of my Terry McGuinness, which looks good, and please look at his nose. Like I said earlier, I did not buy this Terry McGuinness from the Joker BAF set because I did not like his face sculpt, particularly his nose, which is a little flat. For Batwoman, it's the same. I hate the nose part of her face. But setting that aside, this figure is still nice. Let's put her accessories, the hand, and the Batarang. So here she is. It's also nice to see her side by side with Terry McGuinness. Let's showcase the Bat family. First up, the figures are Justin Box, Batgirl, then Terry McGuinness as Batman and Elena Grayson as Batwoman, both from Batman Beyond, Catwoman, Duke Thomas as the Signal, and also the Batman from the Tales of the Dark Universe, Azrael, Carrie Kelly as Robin, and Jason Todd as the Arkham Knight. Then let's go to my other Bat family figures. Of course, there won't be any Bat family if there's no Bruce Wayne. This is Batman from the Arkham Knight video game. Then the first Robin, Dick Grayson as Nightwing. The second Robin, Jason Todd as the Red Hood. Third Robin, Tim Drake as Red Robin. Then the fifth Robin and biological son of Bruce, Damian Wayne. The love interest of Nightwing, Barbara Gordon as Batgirl. And the last is Duke Thomas as the Signal, which is Batman's latest partner. And also let's include Ace, the Bat Hound. Let's first show Batman from Arkham City. Then the other members of the Bat family, Azrael. Then a villain who was reformed and joined the Bat family upon invitation of Batman, Basil Carlo as Clayface. Then the enemy turned love interest of Bruce Wayne, Selina Kyle as Catwoman. And another reformed villain, Harleen Quinzel, more known as Harley Quinn. Then a mix of other characters which I consider part of the Bat family. The father of Bruce, Thomas Wayne, the Batman in the Flashpoint storyline. Then the bi-genetic son of Bruce, Terry McGuinness as Batman, and Batwoman, again both from Batman Beyond, and Carrie Kelly, aka Robin. Then the five Robins I have, Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Damian Wayne, and Carrie Kelly. Remember, everybody needs a Bat family in their DC collection. That's the lineup and showcasing of the Bat family. So if you enjoyed the video, click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to push that notification button since I publish new videos every week. I am the Markman. Thank you for visiting the Markverse, and always remember to pay it forward with kindness.